Suppose you want to start a bank. You know how much capital you need to put on. You will definitely apply to RBI for a bank license, but still you need lot of money, 500 crore rupees as a capital if you want to start a bank. Now, with this information, you have to guess. You have to guess with what amount of capital Reserve Bank was started and what is the capital of Reserve Bank today. Before we go further, if you can write answer of these two questions in the comments, that will be immensely helpful in the learning. Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB for 50% faster preparation. In this video, I am telling you another important, very interesting fact from the RBI Annual Report, that is about the capital of RBI, why it is so and how much it has grown over a period of time. Each that matters what is the capital of a central bank. I hope by now you must have written your answer in the comment. I am telling you, you make mistake and you are going to learn better. Write down your answers before we proceed further, because now I am starting with this information about the balance sheet of RBI and the capital is 5 crore. This amount is in crore. Don't you worry. It is not in billion dollars. It is 5 crore rupees and it is the same. You can see here, there is no change in the capital in last 2 years, but it is the same since the beginning of RBI. The interesting fact you shall note is this reserve fund of 6,500 crore rupees, which strengthens the balance sheet of RBI, which gives the comfort to anyone when you will see the balance sheet that there is some strength. Otherwise, seeing a 5 crore rupees capital only, how somebody will be comfortable that this is really a big institution and this is the central bank of the country. In 1935, RBI started from 1st April 1935 with a capital base of 5 crore rupees. RBI transferred to Public Ownership Act 1948. RBI was nationalized. From this date, RBI started as a shareholders bank with private ownership. 5 crore of the capital, every share was priced rupees 100, so that there will be a distributed ownership. In fact, rupees 100 was a big sum those days, but still it was kept lower. The idea was to have distributed ownership of RBI rather than falling into few hands. From 1st January 1949, so Act is of 48, but RBI became a nationalized bank, 100% ownership of Government of India from 1st of January 1949. This capital base remained 5 crore. What RBI was doing in this time? So paid up capital, if the question is being asked in the exam, is section 4 of the RBI Act. This is as per this section. And mind you, this is very important question. You will think why RBI is not increasing its capital or why government is not increasing its capital. The reason being, if government has to increase the capital of RBI, it will require amendment of the RBI Act. And then you have to pass this in the parliament. So rather than doing that, RBI is creating reserve fund. This is an interesting fact to know that up to 1990, in this reserve fund, 6,495 crore was added. And it will be easy to remember this amount because this 6,500 crore minus 5 crore makes total 6,500 crores. Let us read from the RBI Annual Report. Reserve fund was constituted as to the private shareholders. The paid up capital 5 crore in terms of section 4 of the RBI Act 34. Original reserve fund. So the original reserve fund was 5 crore. Created in terms of the section 46 of the RBI Act 34 as contribution from the central government for currency liability of the then sovereign government taken over by the Reserve Bank. Understand this fact carefully. This fact I have covered in very detail in the history of RBI series 101 short stories of RBI. What happened at the time of creation of RBI originally in 1935? Before that, Government of India had the sovereign authority, had the sole authority to issue notes. And as we discussed in that series, for issuance of note, you require some reserves. At that time, Government of India was issuing notes and keeping a reserve for that. The original reserve created for that was 5 crore rupees. When RBI was created, it started functioning from 1st April 1935. This original reserve of 5 crore was transferred to RBI, and the liability of issuance of the note also automatically comes to RBI. In this 5 crore rupees original reserve, over a period of time, till 1990, RBI added 6,495 crore rupees out of the surplus which RBI earns. How RBI earns the surplus, its income, that also I have discussed in multiple videos. The most detail was in the video when I explained how 2.11 lakh crore was transferred to Government of India this time. Now further read, this is section 46 of the RBI Act. Currency liability also got transferred to RBI. After that, this amount was added and total is 6,500 crore. Now the fund has been static since then, as unrealized gain or loss of the valuation of the gold and foreign currency is since booked under the foreign currency and gold revaluation account CGRA, which appears in the revaluation account. This account you can see here in the balance sheet, currency and gold revaluation account. Because of the appreciation of the gold, the value has increased here. This is the revaluation account here in the balance sheet. Now, if you have to say how much that 5 crore has become over the years, the 5 crore of the capital, will you say that it has become 6,500 crore, the reserve fund, or you will say, including all the assets of the bank, it has become 70 lakh crore 47,703? The answer depends on how do you interpret this. There have been multiple discussions on what shall be the correct capital for RBI. Some people say the capital of a central bank is just notional because capital does not make much difference. Central bank derives its power because of the act of the parliament, because of the delegation of the authority to the central bank for conducting monetary policy, for regulating payment and settlement system, for regulating banking and financial system, and other specific statutory powers. So the role of the capital here is very limited. While at the same time, there are other people who advocates for having higher capital in RBI. Whatever said and done, it is a central bank. The stronger the balance sheet of the RBI, it gives more confidence. Therefore, RBI continue to build more and more reserve. It cannot increase its capital, but by building more and more reserve, it keeps safe money with the central bank, which may be required at the time of the crisis. It gives overall confidence to the general public. If you have any question related to this, please ask in the comment. I'm sure this must have raised some curiosity in your mind. Bank is transferring 2.11 lakh crore surplus to Government of India, but its own capital is only 5 crore. We'll come up with another interesting point in the next video on RBI Annual Report, so that you know we are here to make your job 50% faster, to unfold your potential, to bring the best out of you. I wish you success. You learned from this video. Please share, like, and subscribe to the channel. All the best.